Here we are in the garden today, and I found that it is time to harvest some beets. You can see, just pull one, and it's the right size, not too big, not too small. The reason we're making the video is we're going to use some of these beets here is to make beet wine. So I'm going to harvest about 3 pounds of beets and take them inside, and we're going to start a batch of beet wine. We've taken our 3 pounds of beets and cut them up into bite-sized pieces and simmered them. Now they're simmered in half gallon of water just until they're tender. The beets themselves can be eaten if you like beets. If you don't like beets, then you're probably not watching this video right now. But the beets themselves can be used in soups or just eaten as is. They're not seasoned or anything. But the beet water we will use now, we will add the sugar to it. We're going to put in 6 cups of sugar while it's still warm. That'll help it dissolve real nicely, and that will be the basis for our beet wine. So we're going to, right now we'll remove the beets and we'll put in 6 cups of sugar. The 6 cups of sugar were added to the beet water while it was still warm and stirred constantly until it was nice and dissolved. That's been cooling for a few hours now. In the meantime, we put about 6 cups of water here in a sanitized carboy along with some chopped up ginger and cloves. After we add the beet water to our carboy, we'll add the yeast. You can see what type of yeast we're using, champagne yeast, and we'll let that activate for about 10 minutes. Then we'll give it a good shake to get some oxygen dissolved in our wort. So we'll also add some, this would also be the time to add some yeast nutrients if you're going to use that. Here is our beet wine ready for fermenting. Once we put the beet syrup, I think that's the right name for it, what I'm going to call it, beet syrup. It was very thick, very sugary. Once I poured the beet syrup in there, brought the liquid into our carboy up to about here, floated the yeast on top, gave it about 10 minutes to activate, put a stopper in, shook it up, nice and oxygenated. Also put the yeast nutrients in at that point. After it was shaken up, I just added water to bring it up to its current level, and then gave it another little shake to make sure everything was nice and mixed. So now the stopper and airlock is in it. It will go into storage in the dark for about a month, and then we'll rack it to clean it up and get the solids out of it. And we'll continue doing that for about 3 months, and then bottle and age. So we'll see this again in about a month. We're in the process of bottling the beet wine. It's been about 6 months since from start to this point. We skipped over racking it. You've already seen that in other videos, so right now we're just going to show you the bottling and see how much we get out of it. Maybe 6 or so bottles of these half-liter bottles, and it fermented out to about 13%. We'll do a little taste test here in a minute and see how it turned out. Here we have our 6 bottles of beet wine. It fermented out to 13% alcohol, so it is wine. We had a little taste test. It tastes vegetable-y, and my wife does not care for beets, but she said she did like the taste of the wine. It will benefit from some more aging. It's a little bit harsh right now, but we're going to put this away for about a year, and we will try it again. So we think it'll definitely benefit from some aging. It does have a little bit of a kick to it because of the ginger and the cloves. But I hope you enjoyed watching this, and you'll give it a try. Have a great day.